Hi, everybody. Welcome to our first Wellness Wednesday on Zoom. I'm Nick, and I'm glad you're here. Amy, Jonathan, Julia, and everybody else that is watching later whenever they get a chance to watch. Thank you for coming. So, before we get into our activities today, I'd like for us all to find a comfortable seat. Jonathan, are you able to sit down for about 2 minutes? Awesome. Okay. So before we start, we'll take a moment to arrive and feel grounded together. Taking a deep breath in. Sit with your feet flat on the floor. Take your hands and allow them to rest comfortably in your lap on top of your legs. And take a slow, deep breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now gently press your feet into the floor and notice the support of the floor beneath you. Wiggle your toes a little bit and notice how your legs feel. Take your shoulders and roll them up towards your ears. And with an exhale, allow them to drop down and relax. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine letting go of any tension. Nice, everyone. Now notice how your body feels right now. Feeling supported, relaxed, and present. When you're ready, gently open your eyes if they were closed and bring your attention back to the screen. Okay, so I'm so happy that we were able to do that with each other. It's very important to ground when you're in space with other people, so that way you feel present in your own body. So I would love to share with all of you one thing that made me smile today, this week. And I have to say, it was yesterday when I was driving my friend Morgan home, and his favorite song came on, and we got to sing it all the way up his driveway. And it was very special to me, and it made me smile the rest of the day. And now it's making me smile just thinking about singing his song, which is 500 miles. And it goes, I will walk 500 miles. Yeah, you guys know it. So I would love to start with Miss Julia, and we are going to share. I'm going to ask you to share one thing that made you smile this week.
I celebrated my mom's birthday this weekend.
Thank you so much, Julia. Happy birthday to your mama, and I'm glad that that made you smile. All right, up next, Mr. Jonathan, are you ready to share? Well, you need to unmute so we can hear you. There you
I,
go.
fa- I found something real funny at work. A golf ball box brand called Noodles.
Noodles. Just saying that word makes me smile. Thanks for sharing, Jonathan. Up next is Amy. Amy, will you please share something that makes you smile or made you smile this week?
Um, Graduating from my yellow belt to an orange belt. I can't wait for the fall till I get my orange belt and keep going with this martial arts journey that I'm going on. I'm very excited. And I got one question. Do you like to do dragon blocks?
Thank you for sharing your smile, and I will answer your question later, okay?
Yes.
I'm going to put you all back on mute. All right, so just to share with everybody else that's not here right now, live on the call with us, please, underneath the video, share something that made you smile. So that way we can all ground in with you and understand what brings a smile to your face. All right, next, I would like to introduce the theme today. Are you guys ready for the theme? I need to see some thumbs up, some double thumbs if we're ready to see the theme for today. Yes, Amy, Jonathan, Julia, thank you for your thumbs up. All right, so today we are going to be talking about wellness, taking care of our body, our mind, and our feelings. When you hear the word wellness, what comes to your mind? You can raise your hand, and I'm going to take one person to share what comes to your mind today. Who's raising their hands? Is it Jonathan? Jonathan, what comes to your mind when you hear the word wellness?
Exercise.
Exercise. Thank you for sharing. Okay. So, exercise is definitely a part of wellness. Okay. So, we have some different areas of wellness, and we're going to share. Yes, Amy, thank you for using the thumbs up. So, today, while we're sharing, I'm going to ask about certain things, and I'm going to ask that you either use the thumbs up, the okay, or the thumbs down. If you can't find the emojis on your Zoom, that's okay. You can just do it with your hands. All right? Sound good, everybody? Awesome. I'm seeing some head nods. I appreciate that. We're going to start our main activity. For our main activity, we're going to look at different parts of wellness using something called a wellness wheel. All right? So, Jonathan added one thing, and that was exercise, which is going to be the physical, how our body is feeling today, right? So I'm going to pull up a picture. Can you all see my wellness wheel? Give me a thumbs up if you could see my wellness wheel. Awesome. All right, so we're going to start, and I'm going to ask a question. And for your answer, instead of coming off of mute, either give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or an okay. All right, so for the thumbs up, it's gonna be great. For the okay, it's going to be okay. And for the thumbs down, it's going to be needs work. Okay. And for all of you at home watching this, when you're watching it in the notes underneath, you can leave the same emojis, or you can leave number one. Number one is going to be needs work. Number two is going to be okay. And number three is going to be great. And next to those, please put the word that is in the wellness wheel. All right, let's get started. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Physical, the top of our wellness wheel. How is your body feeling today? I'm seeing a thumbs up from Julia. I'm putting my thumbs up. I'm feeling great. Jonathan, I can't see your hand. Thumbs up. Amy, thumbs up. That is really good. It's great to check in with our physical body. We are using our physical bodies all day long. So that's going to be the first thing that we're going to check in with. The next is going to be safety. We're going to go counterclockwise today. We're going to start going with safety next. So do you feel safe at home and in your community? I feel safe at home and in my community. Julia feels safe at home and in the community. Jonathan as well. Amy, do you feel safe at home and in the community? Yes, that is a thumbs up from everybody here. This is really great to check in with, because this is a spot where we can check in to see what our needs are, asking for help from the people around us, or being able to take a step away from the people around us to collect our own understanding of if we feel safe or not. So next is something that will happen after we check in about safety, right? Do we feel relaxed? Do you have ways to relax? For this one, let me see. Jonathan, what you got? Thumbs up? Julia, what you got? 2 thumbs up. All right. I am going to ask for each of you to share one of the ways that you relax. We'll start with Miss Amy.
I like relax in my room, and we're going camping.
Thank you, Amy. That is such a great way to relax. Our room is one of the best places to be able to relax. And that's where we move into the next thing, which is sleep, right? So we'll come back to you, Amy. Thank you. Jonathan, how do you relax?
I go in the back room and sit in my game chair.
Awesome. Thank you, bud.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take care. Julia, how do you relax?
Sometimes I take a shower. Yeah.
I appreciate that. For me, I feel the most relaxed after I've washed off the day and I'm all clean. Awesome. Also, going to the pool or the lake or the ocean, these are all very relaxing places. Water just brings in relaxation. Speaking of water, if you have some with you, everybody take a sip. Great. Moving on, we're going into sleep. And for this one, I'm going to ask for some thumbs up, thumbs down, or okay. Are you getting enough rest? It's very important that we get enough rest for our wellness. If you would, put in your chat how many hours of rest you get each night. Thank you, everybody. Next, we're going to move into nutrition. This one's tough. It's a very tough one, because sometimes we're eating with a lot of other people. So, are you eating foods that help you to feel good? Thumbs up, okay, or thumbs down? Yay, Julia, thumbs up. Jonathan, what you got? Bring it in the screen, man. Thumbs up. Amy, thumbs up. Oh, well, I'm so excited to hear some of the things that you guys love to eat. If you'd put in the chat some of the things that make you feel good to eat. And you at home that are watching this later, please do the same. Julia saying fruits. I love eating fruits. Amy says pizza. Pizza is definitely one of those things that makes us feel good. But if we eat it all the time, it might give us a stomach ache, right, Julia? Yeah. Jonathan says pizza too. I think that, pizza is one of those things. Honestly, circular foods kind of bring in just this feel good feeling, right? So the last one, I'm going to do two things together, and I'm missing it on this. You know what? We'll do the next one, which is going to be emotional. So emotional, how are you feeling lately? Are you feeling good? Feeling happy? Feeling some joy? Are you feeling a little uneasy, nervous? Everybody's feeling really happy. I see lots of thumbs up and smiles. I love that. Okay, so the last one is going to be the one that goes in the center. And there's no picture for it because imagine yourself in the center of the circle, okay? And this one is social. Do you feel connected to your friends and your family? Yes, Jonathan says. What else? Amy gives us a yes, and Julia is saying yes as well. This is really important. Feeling connected to our friends and family allows us to feel a part of the community, right? So it's so nice to be surrounded by all of these parts of our wellness. And then in the center, we connect to the people that we love the most, our friends and our family, through all of these. All right, so we completed the first part of our activity. One last question, and let's see if we can do this out loud. Yeah, all right, why not? Which areas are you feeling strong in? Actually, I think I'll just say that everybody was feeling strong and emotional and safety. So my question would be, which ones would you like to work on this year? Feel free to unmute and say it out loud or write it in the chat. Jonathan, what would you like to work on this year?
Safety.
Safety. Okay.
Because sometimes I don't feel safe when I'm at work because all these shootings going around.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Jonathan. Up next, Amy.
I would say my sleep.
Yes, very important. Thank you, Amy, for sharing. How do you want to work on that?
I don't know. See, I'm in the age transition where my body can't, it's hard to regulate myself, and I get like my sleep is like, I feel like sometimes an insomniac because I just can't get myself, to go to sleep, or I'm not comfortable. And of course, like I tell the doctor that, and he says it's natural at your age is
Yeah,
because
right.
you're transitioning, your hormones are different than they were before, and you just can't regulate your sleep. So it's hard to say how I would work on it, but I would say definitely my sleep is definitely different than it was in previous years.
I'm so happy that you brought that one up, and there is a embodiment practice that I will share next week
Mm-hmm.
about that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take a note about that right now, so that way we remember to share that next week.
Yeah, when this all started, it all went to the bottom to say.
Well, it's good that you want to work on it. Thank you for sharing. Let's let
Sure.
Julia share. Julia, what would you like to work on?
I would like to work on safety and sleep.
Safety and sleep. If you had to just pick one, why would you pick that one?
Because sometimes I can't fall asleep sometimes. Yeah.
When you can't fall asleep, Is it in your mind or is it in your body?
My mind and my body.
Your mind and your body? How does
Yeah.
that make you feel? Does it make you feel like you need to go for a walk or watch TV or
Maybe I go to the washroom.
to to go watch TV?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, thank you, Julia. I appreciate you. Y'all, thank you for sharing. It's very vulnerable for us to share parts about our wellness, but that's why we're here in a supported space with each other to work on these things. Okay. And I'm going to ask you questions to learn more about what's going on in your life so that way we can figure out some practices to help you with these things. Safety and sleep are very important. It is really hard to go out and do stuff in community wherever we go if we're not getting enough sleep and if we're not feeling safe in those places. Okay. Awesome. So next we are going to go into talking about some of these tools that we'll call these tools to help us with each area of our wellness wheel. And I imagine that some of you already know what tools you use to feel good in your body, in your physical body, what tools you use to have fun with your friends, what tools you're using to check in with your feelings. So I want to brainstorm together. We can share out loud since we have a small group. We're going to keep it right here. But next time, if we have more people, what we might end up doing is going into a breakout room to share with each other. Does that sound fun to you guys, going into breakout rooms and talking one-on-one with a friend? Good. I love being able to do that. I think it's really important to have those conversations with our friends, the people that we trust and care about. Okay, so let's start with what helps you feel good or calm. And I'm going to ask Joel, will you unmute everybody, please, so we can have a conversation? Joel's unable to do that. Everybody, there we go. Joel, thank you. Everybody, round of applause for Joel for being the magician behind the curtain. Thank you, Joel. We love you. Yeah,
Yep.
we do. All right. So I'll ask the question one more time. What helps you feel good or calm?
Watching a show and swimming in my pool.
Awesome. What show is it, Jonathan, that you like to watch?
I like to watch the NBA playoffs.
NBA. So sports.
Basketball.
Okay, watching these guys work really hard on the basketball court helps you feel relaxed.
Yeah.
Awesome. Amy, what about you? What helps you feel calm?
I would say playing games on my computer.
Awesome. What kind of games do you like to play? Is it word puzzles or
I play World of Warcraft on my computer, and
what's your character?
My tune is a gnome warlock, and she's pretty good. She's really outrageously really good.
I love that. My spirit creature is a gnome.
Is a gnome?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a
When,
gnome.
when I'm walking through the woods, I just feel like I've got an army of gnomes walking behind me.
Yeah, she's a gnome. She's definitely a gnome, and she's a pint-sized gnome, and she's got a little bit of attitude, and she loves to kill the monsters,
Well,
if
that's
you
great.
will.
So it's great that you play this game. And what I'm imagining right now is that in this game, what's your gnome's name?
Her name is Lap Healy, but I also have a mage named Ahara, but I go by, people call me Ahara, but my gnome is called Lap Healy.
Lap Healy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is just imaging, and take this as you may, but we all have our protectors, right?
Yeah.
Our protectors help us feel calm. Growing up, we're told our protectors are our parents, our siblings, the people, that are around us, our angels, our parents, our friends that have passed on, but they're protection is still around us, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that will help us feel calm and protected. And when we're protected, we feel good. We feel like we can walk into the valley of darkness, right?
Yeah.
So some might even say that God is their protector, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is, we could have more than one protector. I know God's protecting me, but I also know that my grandma, my G-mom, my poppy are up there, protecting me as well. So
Absolutely.
and I would like to say that, say the gnome's name one more time. I don't think I've fully.
La Peely.
La Peely. La Peely's protecting us all, like.
Yeah. Well, she's not really a protector. She has two sides of her. She's a demonologist and she's a destruction
Oh wow.
warlock. So, but she goes and she kills the bad demons. That's what she likes to do. She likes to kill the bad demons with all her spells and all her void. Her void likes to protect her. She has a void. And so her void or whatever her protector is like a hound, a wolf hound, whatever she gets out, whether it's an imp or her void, like she just, they do her bidding and they follow what she does and
That's so fun, and I hope we get to talk later on a little bit more about how much you're playing this game each day. But
yeah.
right now, let's go next to Julia.
Thank
Julia, what
you.
helps you feel calm?
My mom, my dad, my brother, going, I also like sleeping in, and my
Does
brother,
does doing anything specifically with those people help you feel calm? Like
yeah,
if you were not feeling calm, how would those people help you feel calm?
they would say, it's okay, Julia.
That's awesome. They're comforting for you.
Yeah,
What was the last one that you shared?
I also like sleeping in my room too.
Sleeping. Yes. I know if I get very, very upset, I like to just close the door to my bedroom and just lay down and put my head on the pillow. It's a good space to feel safe. So, everybody at home, if you'd like to share with us how you feel calm, that is a great way. If you'd like to share anything from the wheel, I know we've gone over a few, but please, we'd like to know what you are doing for your wellness right now. Learning more about how we're showing up in our wellness and how we want to work on certain things is going to help me figure out what to bring to these Wellness Wednesdays to help you all work on the things that you want to work on, but also celebrate the things that you have figured out, right? And it sounds like everybody's doing really well. And I'm so proud of all of you for taking care of yourselves. I really am. Like, I've got tingles and I'm just like giving you a big old hug.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we take a little pause here, one thing that I am doing right now to take care of my wellness is drinking water. Does anybody else have some water? Let's take a drink together. Cheers. Okay, so in the last part right here, I'd like to do some goal/intention setting. And by doing that, I'm going to ask you all a question, and we'll start with Amy. Amy, how much time a day do you play your video game?
It depends. It's like some days I play it, some days I don't. It depends what I want to do in the
Okay.
game, but mostly almost every day. But we're going camping next week, so I won't be playing it at all. But when I come back, I have to play, catch up and figure out what's going on and like
Right.
I'm I'm actually guild master of my guild, so I had to check in with my guild and like, all that sort of
So, around that, I'd love to help you set an intention or a goal
sure.
to play the game before dinner
Mm-hmm.
and only for a certain amount of time that feels right to you.
Okay.
And by setting this goal or intention, my hope is that maybe you will find a little bit more time to work on some of the other stuff in your wellness wheel. Does that
Okay.
sound good?
Yeah.
So you think about it and share it in the chat, because part of setting a goal or an intention in a group like this is being open, so that way you are held accountable to what you're saying, right?
Right. Yeah.
Awesome. Jonathan,
Mhm.
so we talked a little bit about safety, and you know what? You said something about physical, though. You were feeling really good about physical. So, can we set a physical goal for you to
Mhm.
maybe go swimming? Is it
Yeah,
warm enough to go swimming yet?
I haven't gotten in my pool yet. The water's still a little cold. I haven't decided when to get in yet.
So, how about for your goal is to get in the pool when it's clean and ready to get into?
Okay,
Okay?
okay.
And what do you do in the pool? Do you float around or do you swim?
I have a tube I like to sit in and just be lazy in the water.
Okay, so that's not exactly going to be a physical goal. The
No,
physical goal could
but
be get into the water.
yes,
And maybe the intention is to work up to swimming a lap in the pool.
yeah.
And that could be after relaxing in your tube, or you could swim a lap in your tube, kick your feet. Does that work?
Yeah.
Do you lay down in the tube on your back?
Yeah, but my tube is a circle tube. It's not a flat one.
Do your feet hang off the edge?
Yes,
All right. So, everybody, let's practice something with Jonathan right now. Jonathan, are you sitting down?
yes,
Everybody, are you sitting down? Yes. Okay. Lean back in your seat and lift your feet up and down like you're walking, but you're sitting. Good job, everybody. This is a great exercise to get the blood moving in our legs, to move out the stiffness in our hips. Maybe we can make some little circles. Yes. And if you were circling one way, circle the other way. Awesome. Jonathan, you still with us?
my phone just went off.
It's okay. We can still hear you. We just couldn't see you, so I was just checking you were with us. How does
Yeah,
that feel in your legs when you kick your feet and make circles?
it feels good.
So I would like to ask you if you feel it's okay to set a goal or intention to do that in the pool.
Yeah,
I love it. Another one you could do with your arms is moving your arms in circles backwards.
yeah,
It's going to help open up your shoulders, make them nice
yeah,
and strong, and then you can move them forwards.
yeah,
And by doing these things, you might be able to make a lap around the pool.
yeah.
Great. Thank you, Jonathan. All right, let's check in with Julia.
Yeah.
Hey, Julia. What are you
Hey.
thinking on for a goal or intention?
I think maybe I should sleep a bit better.
How many hours are you sleeping every night?
Like I stay up till 12.
That's pretty late. What time do you wake up in the morning?
Usually like sometimes it changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say your intention is not to stay up so late.
Yeah.
So your goal is to get better sleep. To help you with your intention, maybe pick out one of the things other than sleep on the wheel, and we can work that into your intention.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What do you think? Relaxation, nutrition, safety, emotional, physical,
What about
social?
relaxation?
Relaxation. Okay. So I don't remember what you said earlier, but will you remind me what helps you relax?
Like taking a shower, sleeping.
Okay. So what about taking a shower before or after dinner to
Right.
help you relax?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And then maybe you'll be so tired and relaxed after your shower that you're ready to go to bed at 9 o'clock instead of midnight.
Right.
Awesome, Julia. I'm looking forward to checking in with you on that. I know
Thank
when
you.
I get great sleep, there's so much more energy to do other things, which makes me really happy, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's check in again with Amy. She's shared a little bit in the notes up here, and it says, I will be a kind, caring, considerate player and play before dinner. Oh, that is so great, Amy. Yes, that is awesome. And by doing that, that is going to help you, I would say, relax before bed, right? because playing these games is very, very exciting, right?
Good.
Yeah, Amy, did you hear me?
Yes. Sorry.
These
Yeah.
games, sorry, we had some background noise. These games are very exciting, right?
Yeah.
So by stopping before dinner, you're able to ground back into your body by eating dinner and relax a little bit.
Yep.
Eating can be very relaxing. And by stepping away from something that's exciting, your body, your mind starts to get to a place to relax. So that way you feel safe and it's easier to go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
And just let your guild know, hey, everybody, I'm done at 7 o'clock. I'm done before supper, and I'll see you again tomorrow. But I want to take care of my body.
Yeah. Sometimes it can get really intense, like
I bet.
because like you're in these dungeons or you're doing whatever, and like it becomes intense because you're trying to work together as a cohesive group, and it's
Right.
like when somebody has to carry you and you're not familiar with all the players because you want to play in a raid and you're not familiar with the rest of the group, and it's like it gets intense sometimes. Like you know what I mean? Like it's
I
just
think that you're creating a really vital part of your wellness right now to allow yourself to feel those intense emotions and feelings and like just like all that happens when you're gaming.
yeah.
But in creating a boundary of when you're going to stop feeling those feelings and move on to feeling relaxation, joy, compassion for the people around you, right?
Yeah.
These are all things that are going to help you grow into having better wellness around your sleep. And then your
Yeah.
physical body might start changing too. You might start feeling more energy during the daytime to go on a walk with your family, you know, or your friends. Um, Thank you all so, so much. I hope that you enjoyed our first ever Wellness Wednesday.
Sorry.
I am so grateful that I was able to come and spend this time with you today, and I look forward to spending more time with y'all in the future. So let's see, checking on notes here. So next month, we will be exploring a new wellness topic, and I will be sharing that on our Mindfulness Mondays. So be sure to check in on the social media page. And Joel, if you want to say anything, saw you unmuted.
I was just gonna say, May 14th at 1 p.m. Nick will be back here. That one we will be registered. You have to register for it. You can go on williams-syndrome.org/wellness Wednesday and find any information there, or go to the Adventure Seekers page on Facebook.
Awesome. Thank you, Joel. And I'm going to put on my cowboy hat here because it's time to cowboy up and stay true to our goals and our intentions, y'all. You got this. And we're all going to be well together, okay? Love y'all. I'll see you soon.